Hey, spiritual superstars. I'm Nicole, and we are going to explain the law of attraction today because it actually leads into everything that you want to manifest, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Type in your four ones, the opening of the spirit realm, and then let's go ahead and raise our vibration. So I hope that the light ring and all that stuff doesn't mess you up, but we're trying to figure out the lighting, and so bear with us. Thank you so much. Ready? Take a beautiful deep breath in and raise your vibration. Challenging your human, kissing your higher self, and exhale. Relaxing your shoulders. That feels so good. Do it as often as you can because that is when you are connected with the divine. So let me just go scientific on you real quick, okay? Again, I apologize about the light ring. We're trying to work out how it'll work best for you so that you can see good enough, okay? Energy. When we focus on energy, we are focusing on unlimited possibilities, untapped potential, but we are also focusing on that which we know. Energy is scientific, right? But energy is also spiritual. And so both of those things have everything to do with the law of attraction. We know that universal principle says, well, I will attract that which I put out to the universe, right? That's the scientific part. But when you've already done it, it then becomes okay, I know this to be true, which is it's spiritual. For example, you manifested something today already. And in fact, I'm willing to bet that you've manifested a whole lot of things today. If you had a thought you wanted to go to the store, if you had a thought that you wanted to eat something, you had this thought that you wanted to see what this video was all about. You manifested it. So the law of attraction is something that is really simple and it is easily explainable, but it's even more easy to apply in your life, okay? So the first thing that you really want to know about is cohesion. What is cohesion? Cohesion is the principle of molecular attraction. So attraction on an atomic level, on a molecular level, and on a mysterious level. All of these things is what are included in the law of attraction. So we know that molecules, we're all made of them. We also have electrons. We have atoms. Chemical affinity is atomic attraction. And gravity. That's the greatest mystery of them all, right? Who has figured out gravity? Well, science has defined gravity. And, excuse me, and what it is really the law of attraction because gravity really says um, it's the principle of a mass of particles or the mass of particles and matter that is bound to other mass of particles and matter. I mean, it's as simple as that. Gravity says uh, we're sticking to each other. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. But if we know that gravity exists and it just says that particles and molecules and all of that can just, they want to get to each other, then we also know that since we're energy, we're particles, we're molecules, we're all of that, electrons, we're all of that, then we also know that we have that power. We have that power to attract things to us. We have that power to bind to other things too. We have that power. So, do you see how science plays in? So, electricity and magnetism. You often hear you have this magnetic personality, right? When we also know how magnets work, we also know what goes on with electricity. Let's take a look at radio waves, okay? And you look at sound waves, light waves, right? Well, these things travel. You think of an object that is colored, for example, a pen, okay, like a top, and that top, the little spinning top, a little toy, kind of, you know what I'm talking about, and that may be colored with all of the colors of the rainbow, right? We spin the top, we make it go super fast. It creates a whistle, right? And it's creating heat because it's moving, right? Well, guess what? You're moving just like that top, and you're always moving just like that top. Now I know why I didn't use the red before. But my point is this, just as easily as you can control that movement of an object outside of yourself, you can control you. And remember, you are the soul within your human. So you can control your human to literally attract that which you so desire. And it always starts with you at a molecular, atomic, electron level. You are energy and you are constantly moving energy. So if you spun at the highest rate of what you can vibrate at, guess what? You would be able to see right through you. We would be able to see through you just like we can do everything else. And guess what? The color that you are now, we wouldn't be able to see it with our human eyes. Did you know that? Listen to this. When you look at radio waves, when you look at sound waves, we can talk on a cell phone, right? We are on my cell phone. What are you on? What device are you on? When you look at that, how is that molecular signal coming through to me? How am I coming over to you? It's traveling. Your energy travels. You can cause other energy to travel both ways. Okay, let me show you in this way. Let me show you in this way. You are the soul within your human. Okay, you, the human, did not come first. You came into your human body when you were conceived, and then you became a part of dense matter, which is human. We know that by biology and science in general, that human beings are dense matter, right? Well, we are matter, period. If you take the dense part out of it, which means that, I can hit here and it won't go straight through my hand. You take that dense part out of it, we're matter, we are molecules, we are atoms, we are all of that. If you look at us under a microscope, you will see us separated. Are we all in agreement with that? So, when you are looking at it like that, okay, this is you. Let's just say that this mass of matter right here is us, okay? And so all of that inside of us are the electrons and the molecules and all of that. Well, you have the power to call all of that back to you from anywhere else. You have the power to do that. You have the power to travel. You have the power to command energy to travel to you. When you look at your level of agreement with that, I think that's where the limiting beliefs come in. The law of attraction says, by law, principle, universal law, I can attract that which I so desire. Very basic. I desired to do a video on this subject. Very basic. You desired to watch the video. You made it happen. The limiting belief there is, I can't do the video because I don't look a certain way. I can't do the video because they're not going to want to hear what I have to say. All of that are part of a paradigm, a program. See, when you're born into your limited self, your human self, you subscribe to the paradigm or the mindset, the structure, the limiting beliefs that you grow into and that you're born into. So, for example, just an example, you may be a foster child or a foster an adult who has grown up from being a foster child. And part of your limiting beliefs may have been that you could not have the type of family relationship that you wanted to have so much if it wasn't this type of structure that you grew up in. You wanted to be, you want to have a two family or two parent home and raise your children successfully and without obstacles there that you can't feel like you can't get over. And so that is a part of a paradigm that you have to change. When you realize that you're the soul within your human, you realize that there's actually a paradigm inside of the paradigm that you're living. Okay? There's actually an unlimited paradigm in the paradigm in which you are living. As the soul within your human, you are really looking at this. So let's say this is you, my little stick figure here. Okay, there's some feet. That is you. And you are the soul within your human. Let me get a different color. Now let's say that this is you, the human. This is just you, the vessel, right? This is my human, my body, I'm being just as a human. Okay, but what really is going on there? This is the dense matter. Inside of that human being, there exists a whole different being that is all unlimited, untapped potential. See, you are capable of manifesting that which you soul desire based on the congruency, the cohesion of you as the soul and you as the human. You're going to tell your human what to do to attract that which you soul desire. I was at a point in my life where I didn't think I would survive. I knew if I didn't leave this abusive relationship that I was in my very early 20s, I would not have made it out alive. I knew that I didn't feel strong enough to leave. I didn't know how. And that might sound strange to some of you, but I was very afraid for my life that if he found out that I wanted to leave, I didn't want to marry him, if my parents found out that he was abusive, that he was using drugs, he was seeing other women, if my brothers found out, if all of these what ifs, that I would cause a lot of upheaval and a lot of pain to other people. And that was a limiting belief. I was very much a people pleaser. And I kept it to myself. And I knew my spiritual gifts. I knew my connection with our Creator. And I would cry out to God, but I would cry out on the surface. And I said, you know, why can't he just change? Oh Lord, please just change him. Please let him stop being abusive. And just please let us have the type of relationship that I was saying, that I was putting out there. And then one day I switched my paradigm and I prayed for for spirit to show me my spiritual guidance the way that I could receive it. If you show me that I need to leave him, I'll do it. I won't look back. I won't take anything with me. And I'm happy. I'm thankful. when I laid it down to rest, and when I said that I want the universe to take over and attract, and I want to attract that which is best for me, then that's when everything shifted. And I said, if you show me that you want me to stay, I won't look back. I'll be happy. I'm grateful already. Well, the very next day, I found a video of him and a woman in a hotel room, intimate and drugs. And so I saw that what my human needed to see for her to take action and do exactly what I promised God that I would do. Here's another situation that I use the law of attraction in very practical, everyday scenarios. Um, that was after it was after I said that week. I think it was about the same week, maybe a couple days before that, which is why I said that prayer. Um, I had already been envisioning reuniting with um, my high school sweetheart. And I didn't know where he was, didn't know anything about what he was doing. I just knew that the memory I had of him was good enough for me to say, if we reunite, this is if we reunite, I will leave my fiance and I won't get married to him. And I won't look back. And what did I do? I used the law of attraction. I thought about him. I thought about what it would be like in the future. Okay? So I was constantly vibrating that energy of manifestation using the law of attraction the same way sound waves and light waves transmit through the air or the ethers or the spirit realm or the quantum field. All of this is science. And lo and behold, that is a bad. That's him, okay? Lo and behold, one day I'm leaving work to go for lunch and I hear my name being called. It is him. I knew his voice, even though I hadn't talked to him in like 5 years. Um, it was longer than 5 years, and I was so shook that I kept walking to my car, and I heard him say my name again, and I stopped in the middle of the parking lot. A car could have hit me. I wouldn't have been able to move. It felt like my legs just froze, my whole body. And I heard him open the car door, close the car door, and run towards me. And I got up the courage enough to slowly turn around. And here he is running towards me, asking me, "You work here?" And I'm like, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I just came here to drop off something for my mother." I'm like, "What? Your mama works here too?" It was incredible. It was the law of attraction. We went to lunch, the rest is history. Here's another thing that we do when we're activating the law of attraction. I asked God to please attract 25,000 to me. And I wanted a do-over. I had used that much of my severance package when I left corporate America, and I started a business, and I failed at that business miserably because I didn't know how to be a business owner, and that's another video. But I have since learned, okay, and I teach it. Um, and so I was like, oh, I want a do-over. And I asked Spirit, please help me. And I know the law of attraction at that point very well. So, what I started doing was being open to specifically that dollar amount, 25,000. And I would journal that. It feels so good to be in the possession of $25,000 to do with what I please. And oh gosh, I'm so proud of myself for getting a second chance. Oh my goodness, thank you, Karma, for coming back around. And the whole 9 yards. Well, what happened through the different actions that we take and changing my paradigm, changing my mindset to what it was before, the way I used that 25,000 to the way that I was getting ready to use that 25,000 was I had already learned that lesson, and I was telling the universe through my behavior, through my speech, my narrative was I've learned that lesson. I have already used that money the way that I should have in the first place, and I'm doing it to help our family and in the right way. Well, lo and behold, the IRS was like, here. What happened was I owed back taxes, and they gave me an offer in compromise. That offer in compromise, Spirit told me, $1, offer $1. Do you know what the total amount is that I owed the IRS? $25,000. I owed the IRS $25,000, and I offered them $1 because that's the amount that Spirit brought to me, just like this. Because here's how that works. This is me. I heard and saw $1, as simple as that. And that is your spiritual guidance. When you are activating and applying and using the law of attraction, you will hear it, you will see it, you will receive it the way that's already happened. And you've got to tap into that energy because it is the same kind of energy that's traveling through the ethers or the air, quantum field, the spiritual realm that is invisible to the human eye, but it is very visible to your spiritual sight. And that's why following spiritual guidance is the absolute key to the law of attraction. So it was attracted to me because I said, okay, well, I want this 25,000, period. End of story. Nothing else matters right now. How am I going to get it? $1. I said, okay, all right, $1 it is. Now they had suggested 15,000, at least 5,000 down. That's not, no, that's not in the energy that I'm manifesting. So I offered them $1, $1 to release me from this debt that was 25,000. They took it. They took it, and she told me, I wish you well. I want you to succeed in business and life. I want you to be happy, stay safe. The whole 9 yards. I mean, we had such a great conversation. So that whole thing, 25,000, manifested it, used it to help my family and I. And that's exactly what happened. My intention. Your intention is everything. Your intention is everything. Let me repeat that. Your intention is everything. Okay, so with the law of attraction, we have already broken down, and keep this video under 30 minutes. We have already broken down, and I want you to ask questions because you got real life going on. Okay, so let's ask some questions now. Put your questions down there so we can say, how do you manifest these things, and or questions you have towards the law of attraction. Now, you might have seen The Secret. I saw The Secret, and I was kind of like, oh, this is the movie. I really expected it to be something else. But I already knew that applying the law of attraction, which is pretty much The Secret, is spiritual guidance. So that's the secret to The Secret, is that you have to be able to pay attention to the signs and the omens and the messages that are coming in through the ethers. And the only way you can do that is to say, okay, I need to separate myself from who I really am. I am the human and I am the soul. If you don't separate yourself, what do you end up doing, spiritual superstars? You end up living on one or two levels. When you end up saying that, I'm going to believe the limiting beliefs, I'm going to believe what I was taught, I'm going to believe the circumstances that I live in, I'm going to believe that I'm broke, I'm poor, I'm this and that, and my family's telling me I can't have more than that. No one wants to hear my story. All of that human, dense energy of the physical plane that we have on earth, then you're going to be stuck. Once you live as the soul and you have this spiritual awakening, which means you have opened up to your untapped, unlimited potential, but you refuse to recognize that you're still a human being in there. You know, you're still got some responsibilities and obligations. You still feel pain. You still very much feel fear, anger, all that low vibrational energy. You end up getting screwed over because then you think that everything is all woo woo and la la land and you can meditate your life away. That's totally not the thing to do. And I'm going to tell you that I'm being really serious with you. Please don't do that. Combine who you are without criticizing and judging yourself and comparing yourself to anybody else. Stay in your lane. You know how you do that? You remember that these two are you. And you remember that this life is limited, yet it is always moving. You know how you know that? Because your human being, your body is always moving because it's aging, right? Even when you leave your human body, your body is still aging. Your body is still moving. Otherwise, it wouldn't decompose. Yes? Are we clear on that? You're still moving. So back to science in the beginning of this video. You are dense matter. You are to be controlled. If you don't control your own human, society controls your own human. The limiting beliefs control your human. The paradigm in which you have been taught control your human. Your parents control your human. Everyone else and all the circumstances they say you should live your life this way. Oh, well, you should do that over there. You should go on this trip with us. You should take this job. You should move over here. You should focus on that. You focus on this. You should just focus on your retirement and just be happy with that. You, the soul within you, is like, well, you know, that all sounds good for somebody, but it's not good enough for me. And even though I'm not around anybody that has done what I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, and I know this vision exists. So I want to be a business owner. I want to backpack across the globe. I want to manifest healing for my child. I want to have a beautiful family. I do want to get married. I do want to have the freedom to change my careers. Whatever it is that you want, you can manifest it through the law of attraction. Okay? So I got 2 more minutes. Does anybody have any questions at all? And if I don't see any, I'm going to share one more thing that I manifested, which was my healing, my health. I have 4 chronic conditions. I used to say I had 3. I didn't even realize I was diagnosed with the other one until I looked at some old paperwork. I'm like, psh, okay, here's the deal. A lot of people heal their human because we have miracles that exist. But we also know that miracles exist within the spirit realm. We also know that miracles exist in quantum physics also. It is the unexplainable. And that is always going to be. So once we know that, we accept that, we appreciate that for what it is, there is going to always be something that defies human logic. It's called spiritual alchemy, and it comes by way of spiritual guidance, the way that God reaches out to each and every one of us. And whether you call God, Allah, Jehovah, the Most High, the Most Illumined, is up to you. But there is a higher power, there is a force that can't be explained, it can be appreciated and loved on. Okay? And so once you get that concept down, you then are able to live a very relaxed life, and you really do keep your happiness. Things happen, obstacles happen, you're going to get challenged, but you're able to really keep this inner homeostasis. And people are going to question that. People question me all the time, they always have. But I didn't understand just how happy I really was until things happened. I gave birth to my stillborn son years ago. And people thought I was going to just nut up and go absolutely insane. And what I took that as what it was, which was the wake up call in my life. And doctors told me if you try to get pregnant, you're going to die, and so is your baby. We need you to have a full hysterectomy. And 7 doctors told me that. And I said, okay, I don't believe you. I don't believe any of you. Because I know the signs and I know the visions that I've been seeing. And I've already seen my daughter. I know what she looks like. I know what my son looks like. They have come to me in dreams and visions. I have heard them laugh. And I have felt them. I have even smelled them. So I know they exist. And what you heard earlier, science has already proven to you, your vision is real. It is energy, and just like gravity, molecules and particles bind to each other. They just haven't manifested in dense matter or in tangible form just yet. Okay? And so that is what I understood. And I understood that to be a miracle. And I understood that we are capable of manifesting and attracting miracles to us. And I listened to my spiritual guidance over human. Remember up here was human? Over what humans were telling me. And yes, it was uncomfortable. It was cognitive dissonance. It was the most uncomfortable journey. It was isolating. A lot of people around me didn't believe, well, maybe you should just believe the doctors. And I said, okay, well, maybe you and I should just detach too, because I don't need your energy around me. Can't feed it. I can't let you infiltrate my field. Now here it is. Your field, which we often hear, quantum physics says field. Okay, I want you to research that. Quantum physics says field. There is a field of energy. F-I-E-L-D. Field, is that right? F-I-E-L-D. Is that how you spell field? Isn't that funny how you can forget the most simple thing? Field, right? So here you go. Doubters, 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 doubters. Okay, I should do a different color. Doubters, 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 doubters. Then you got, this is my vision. I can see my babies being born. I can see our happiness. Oh my gosh, yes. What happens? You start attracting one of these. Either or, you're going to be attracting it. How? Through your thought process. So keep your energy high, vibrational, light, focused on that which you want, not focused on that which you don't want. Once you start focusing on it, something's going to happen that's going to attract. We've got electricity and we've got magnetism. All of those, both of those things are scientific. Yet we use them in spirituality. It is real. So that also tells you again that your vision is real. What you want to manifest is real and already exists. All you have to do is attract it to you. Everything is moving. Remember what happens to your human body? Even when you leave your human body through your ascension, you go to heaven, Abba Kingdom, your body, your human, doesn't stop moving. Constantly breaking down, going back to the earth, right? Goes back to dust, right? We all know that to be true. Yet, you are energy within the ethers now, right? So, just as much as that's true, I chose to draw this to me. This was my vision, my manifestation. And so I had to make it a point to not focus on this. So here's how that looks inside real life. Okay. All right. Don't send me anything about lupus, anybody dying from lupus. Don't send me anything about, did you hear about this? Negative, anything. Don't send me anything scary. Don't send me anything that is the opposite of what I'm saying I want to manifest. If you're telling me that I need to listen to the doctors and I just need to give up on my hopes, my wishes, and my dreams and my vision, then I don't want to hear it. So I had to really stand up for myself. When you are manifesting anything, you are using the law of attraction, and you have got to call it to you through mind, body, soul, period. You have to just be like, I am not listening to anybody else's frequency. You are not allowed in my field. You are absolutely banned from where I'm going. I love you, but I cannot stand to be around you at all right now. And sometimes I'm going to have to block you. So I can't talk to you on the phone. I got to do my caller ID, and I've got to honor my peace, because any moment where that negative energy that is coming from within my own field, that's right, you still got your human energy to deal with. So that same human doubt, the fear-based energy in your own field, right? So because our human is all fear-based energy. So I think that I'll leave it right there. There is one more point that I would love to make. You tell me, comment if I can make this one last point, because I know the video's getting longer and longer and longer and longer and longer, and I could talk. And I love to share, because I want you all to manifest that which you so desire. And you can do it faster than you really sometimes often try to do it. Okay? So let me know. Let me, if I see a yes on there and I see another thumbs up, because that's 1111 on the screen, then I would certainly do it. And thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Hey, Miss Woods. Hey, Dahlia. Hey, Eric. Hey, In. Hey, Cloud. Hey, Her Perspective. Okay, if we get one more thumbs up. That's 1111 on the screen. And we certainly want to raise it up. We want to raise it up, because y'all are manifesting stuff. And I know I am. All right, all right. All right. So the last thing that you want to pay attention to is this. Hey, Lily. You want to control your human. When you are activating the law of attraction, it's really important that you understand you are the soul within your human. And your human is going to have doubt. Your human is going to really be swayed, moved, affected by other energy. Always, always. So your human is going to want to go to family traditions. Your human is going to want to believe in the limiting beliefs that you were taught. Your human is going to want to just really vibrate on that fear-based energy. And your human is going to want to do everything in her or his power to work against that thing that you really do want to manifest. Only because your human is doubting, number one, always. 1111 is on the screen. I want you to take a beautiful deep breath in and raise your vibration. Deep, deep, deep. Challenge your human. Inhale all the way, kissing your higher self, and exhale. When you are pushing away the doubting energy, push it away. Inhale. Do it again. Focus on all things positive, and you are literally pushing back. See yourself pushing all the negative energy, the haters, the doubters, even family members. Push them out of your energetic field. That is so important. If you don't give yourself that visual, then you are disempowering your human. And your human is really just been beat down into believing A, B, A, B, A, B. That's your human's paradigm. And inside of that paradigm exists you, the soul. And now that you're awake and you've heard of the law of attraction, you've seen the secret and you want to know how to apply it. You know about manifestation. And you're in this paradigm that's just saying, this is it. And you're like, no, I'm questioning that now. I'm starting to see nature in a different way. I'm starting to see things wake up and just talk to me. I'm seeing how animals really look at me different. I'm starting to see, and people are saying stuff that I'm praying for, and I haven't said anything to them about it. And I'm starting to see 1111 pop up all over the place. I'm starting to see 111. I'm starting to see 19, 19, 23, 23, 12, 12, all these things, 4, 4, 4, all these things. And, I'm waking up at the same time, like I'm supposed to do something, but I'm in this paradigm that says that can't be. And so now you're like, listen, something's different. And what happens is that paradigm that you've been living in kind of gets shooken up. You start introducing new things in that paradigm. And it is because you are controlling your human. It is hard. You are changing your behavior and you are reprogramming your human. And so we're going to talk about it very quickly in another video in a little bit of how to reprogram your human. It is very simple. I promise you this video is going to be under 10 minutes. And you definitely know that you can do this. Okay, so I will see you again in just a minute. I want you to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, because many of you say, Nicole, where you been? I don't even know when you come over with videos anymore. Hit the subscribe button again and hit the little bell so you'll be notified when we do come over with some more free videos. All right, I'm Nicole, founder of Spiritual Guidance Academy, where we help you master your spiritual gifts and learn how to hear from God. I am a celebrity spiritual advisor, and honey, I am here for you. All right, I'll see you soon. Mwah.